You know, thinking back, just letting my wheel turn a little bit, taking my time, not rushing any of my thoughts. I realize I just went from 380 pounds down to 190. And it's not entirely because of diet, although I do take a lot of herbs to fight my digestion, drink a lot of strange things to kind of like wish wash my pH levels throughout my digestive tract and then empty it out and then fill it up again with as much healthy biological matter as I can. I realize it was fucking hard. I don't know why I did that to myself. That was fucking stupid how I let myself go. Why the fuck did I do that? And I think back to all the things that I went through in life. I was stone cold fucking sober by colonial definition. But by indigenous definition, I was drunk off sugar. I was drunk off of sweets and salts. Just getting that complete fucking euphoric feeling from eating food. And I realize that's because my family came from abject poverty. And the concept of eating massive amounts of food was very appealing to my entire family. Kind of like that rubber band effect. Super sized McDonald's meals. What, like $6.99? Some shit like that when I was young. Just massive fucking portions of food that a kid should not be eating at all. The buns are just pure sugar. When they get into your system, it's just black gunk because it all just turns into sugar that burns and burns and burns in the acids in your system. Then your eyes just get really fucking like, that was good. You look at children when they eat the sugar. What? You know? Even as an adult, if your digestion is still reacting the same way as when you're a kid, which it probably won't be. Every time you take a sip of sugar, bite of sugar, anything sugar, it's a full-on emotional response. Which means that you're holding on really tight to those memories of sugar and food to the point where you're just going next level to defend your eating style and habits. As far as I'm concerned, the entire fucking nation is addicted to the stimulating emotional nature of food. And until we get this addiction under control, no one person is capable of making a rational decision, no matter how high their IQ, because they're not able to slow down and just take a step outside of the box of stimulation and realize the real reality of all the matters, that we're pretty fast on track for probably the greatest depression the world has ever seen. And everybody's too busy looking at their phones and entertainment to really realize how fucked up the situation's going to get. And that we have absolutely no one in government that we can trust to make a rational decision about the population, because they're in the same boat as we are. They can't step outside of the box and see how fucked up it really is. And the ones that do fall into, I guess you could call it, darkness from which there's no return. And I believe that it's because the world is looking for saviors, saints that have navigated the world in a very hard way in hopes to make it easier for the rest of us. So I think it's time for the world to put down the stimulants and just kind of step back a little bit and slow down. All countries, all people need to just slow down. If we all just slowed down, there wouldn't be such a rush in supply and demand. And if we kind of just took sugar from everybody and let everybody go through that withdrawal period, took all the stimulants away, and told them they didn't have to show up to work for as long, cut all the work days in half, promote healthy living and a healthy diet, and tell them all, go home and take care of yourself. We're also going to cut your rent in half, everything in half, so that you can slow down. You don't have to eat as much. You only have a 4-hour work day. You don't have to worry about rent so much. Our debt's not going anywhere. We need to slow down. All of us. China, Russia, Africa, Canada, the thousands of nations inside Canada and the US and South America, Poland, Sweden, Germany, Romania, Belarus, China, the Philippines, North and South Korea, Japan, and all the others in between. Have everybody just slow the fuck down. None of your debts are going anywhere. You don't need to pay everything off so fucking fast. Leave the debt to be paid by your great 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 grandchildren fucking down the road. Don't try to be the one person to bring the debt down. Be happy that you brought it down a couple $1,000,000. Redistribute all the wealth properly so that everybody can fucking eat. And remove limitations on the lands and just teach everybody fucking respect for the territory. Create more domestic and social jobs and slow the fuck down on the space race. The universe ain't going anywhere. The only reason you guys are all rushing is because you want to try and colonize it before the other, and let's be honest. When there's no more land to stand on and you're out in space, why the fuck are you fighting? You realize how big everything is? There's more room for every belief. Let's just hold to our own and let's learn to get along. Everybody's sick. It's time to slow the fuck down.